Hello and welcome to an extremely amateur attempt at Australian Top Gear. My name's Paul King and I'm a useless public servant. But that's enough of that because it's time for the news. On this amateur edition of Australian Top Gear, assisting me, and probably quite embarrassed to do so, is Andrew, an IT professional, and Catwan, a design student. And yes, now on with the news.
On with the news. This is coming from the Nissan's new range of vehicles. It is a Nissan GTR. Don't get it confused, it is not a Skyline. They're not calling it a Skyline, it's just Nissan GTR. This is a full drive, 6-cylinder, and it comes with a turbo. Yes, it does come with a turbo.
And it is an absolute grip monster, and
yes,
it's just awesome. So no other way to describe it, really, it's just awesome.
I think it deserves a round of applause, but we're not going to do that because that would be lame.
Yeah, no, I mean, the wife, the kids.
That's right.
Any other cars I have, all sold for that.
Yeah, definitely. Now, on to the next car. James May, we have found a car for you. This will appeal to the senior citizens, we'll say, or the senior-looking citizens. This is the Skyline 35, and it's available at Nissan dealerships.
Yes, and let me say, it would look good at the local lawn bowls club.
Yes.
Seriously, I saw someone driving one of these the other day, and seriously, they just looked about 20 or 30 years older than they actually are. They looked about 70, and truth be told, they were really only about 40. And it's not a good look.
No.
Personally, Top Gear, top tip, avoid.
Yeah.
Yes,
definitely.
it's just not good.
It's dead.
Whee! Honda has produced a new HSF concept. And it apparently has a front spoiler that increases engine cooling and also high-speed downforce and drag. And it's the same with the rear spoiler, that also improves high-speed downforce and drag. And let me just say that it's rubbish, really.
The exhausts as well.
Oh, yes,
they're
it's
kind
cool
of
exhaust, but the rest of it's rubbish.
That's right.
Yes, it just has fancy bits of orange all over. It's just far too nerdy for my liking. I mean, look at this interior. I mean, that's just horrible. Orange. I mean, and who needs a centre line on their steering wheel? I mean, it's good if you have a rally car, but it's just far too nerdy on a normal car.
Rubbish. Put this on there. It is Honda Accord, because that's what that car is. A Honda Accord that's been souped up. Moving on. The new Brabus Ultimate 112.
Yes, that's what you want.
This beast is a 3-cylinder turbo?
Yes,
yes,
turbo.
Which gets from 0 to 100 in 9.5 seconds.
9.5. My grandma's Camry does that, I think.
They've only made 112 of these.
It's an exclusive club to
That's
own
right.
those.
It is
It's
exclusive.
a very unique look, yes.
But
But
like
it's
cleaning septic tanks.
Yes, they're a very unique look, that.
It's rubbish. Do not get one. And
I wouldn't.
if I had money, I would get one too.
Yes.
Because it is just too...
Smart car-ish.
Come on, a smart car is a smart car. You do not need to soup it up.
Now, me and Andrew have been having an argument. I think that the best option for a young male looking for their first car is to go down to their local used car dealership and buy, say, a used Ford Falcon or Holden Commodore from the mid-90s for about $4,000 or $5,000. Andrew, the fool, on the other hand, seems to think that the best option is to go and get an old car and hot it up a bit for the same amount of money. Now, me and Andrew have decided to go out on the roads and test this out. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is a 1996 VS Commodore, a claim model actually, and it's the one with the longer wheelbase. Now, I know it looks a bit like a pregnant woman as a station wagon, but ignore that. I mean, this is good value for money. I mean, it's reliable, tough as nails, and I mean, it comes with cruise control, and yeah, it's just got everything you need. In addition to being extremely reliable, the 1996 VS Commodore comes with an electronically injected 3.8 litre V6 engine that produces about 147 kilowatts. And that's a fair bit. The driving position in this car is perfect. Nothing more or less could be said about it, really. I mean, you could drive from Brisbane to Perth in this and you'd be fine. You wouldn't need to see a chiropractor or anything afterwards. And, okay, yes, I admit it's a Holden Commodore, and you're going to look about as interesting as a wet carrot driving one, because everyone else has got one, but it's good, and there's a reason lots of people have one, because it's what Australia is. It's reliable, it's dependable, it's everything. You need. Handling's good. Nice and planted through the corners, and if you want to flick out the tail, you can. Not that we will, because that would be quite illegal. So this car isn't one for the bid. This car is one that you want. In fact, I couldn't think of anyone else stupid enough in the whole world to buy anything else for $4 or $5 grand second hand.
Paul, I think you're stupid because I found a better car. It's this one. It's a Valiant Regal 770. It's a big V8, nice paintwork, really thick tyres, and it is beautiful. This is better than any 3.8 you will get. More powerful, just better, bigger, huge. 360 cubic inch, and it's 5.9 litres. That uses about this much fuel a second. As you can see down here, it's an automatic, just like the other car, right? Except this has got a bend, and I think it's much cooler. It really just is. Alright? Newfangled things, you get these turny knobs that you have to turn for the lights. Lever. You know, it's just old school. It makes you feel really cool. Like you should be wearing these type of glasses. I look cool. This car gives off the feeling that you're in the 70s, cruising down the highway on the run from the law, pulling up asphalt as you go. Just listen to the sound.
So which one was it to be? Me and Andrew decided to sort it out over a beer. Where did you find that Valiant Regal for like $4,000 or $5,000?
Kinda didn't.
Really?
Yeah. It was a little bit more than 5,000.
Okay, so how much exactly, might I ask?
About 40,000.
Sorry, what?
About 40,000 ish.
So about 10 times more than what the budget actually was.
Yes. Yes, definitely. But it was such a good offer. You know, we had to take it out for a spin. Because the owner was away and it was just there for filming, and the other car we lined up wasn't really working properly.
Yeah, it doesn't really look good for your argument of buying an old car for $4,000 or $5,000, I must admit.
Well, no, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't really at all. I must point out that, who did you get your car from?
I kind of borrowed it from, you.
Me. It's my car. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I opted to get a second-hand car from a dealer, 1990 model, for around $5 grand.
Yeah.
So your argument doesn't look too good either.
And also, the Chrysler Regal, well, it's not exactly going to be reliable, is it? I mean, the Commodore, you can rely on that, you know?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, of course.
So, in conclusion, what's your choice?
My choice would be the Commodore.
Unfortunately, it's going to be too much of a hassle having the Regal, and I have to be sensible and put my beige pants on and say that you should get the Commodore for the reliability and just general practicality of it.
You like beige pants?
Yes.
Normally, on Top Gear, we would have cars back here, but as you can see, it's a backyard. We can't get them through. There's no space. Okay? But we have to move on to favourite cars. What's your favourite car, Paul?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to say, wearing my beige pants, that it would have to be the Subaru Liberty GT. You don't look like a knob when you're driving it. And it's good, it's reliable, goes fast enough. How about you, Andrew?
I think the Mercedes 500 SL, the old 90s model, I like it because you do look like a knob when you drive it. It's an elegant car. We have to move on again. 2 celebrities.
Yes, and I'd just like to say that a celebrity I'd like to see on the show off the bat is Eric Bana.
Yeah.
Yeah, great celebrity, very funny, like back in the Full Frontal days, and also very good when in Black Hawk Down, good at the funny and the sensible stuff. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Celebrity I would like to see, Nicole Kidman. If we can get a hold of her, that'd be great. Be awesome for an interview. Really good in a car. Very entertaining.
Very good in Golden Compass too.
That's right.
Yes, yes. And I'd like to see Carl Barron.
Yeah.
Funny bloke.
Definitely doing all sorts of sounds for cars and stuff, you know. He would also be a good interview. Colin Lane and Frank Woodley would be awesome.
Yes, Lane and Woodley, that'd be great.
They're broken up, but if you could get them in for like a dual interview, you know.
Special reunion.
That's right, yeah, reunion interview. Couple of other ones.
Just have Heath Ledger, Joseph Goodrum.
There you go.
All good sort of Sloane Soberlies. There's tons to pick from.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Kylie Minogue, maybe.
Yeah, but no, yeah. I mean, I guess that brings an end to Amateur Top Gear. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah.
Thanks for staying.
Yeah.